American League, so he's getting the job done as far as putting zeros up there. 115 and 2/3 innings overall. Has given up 14 home runs, many of those of the solo variety, and hopefully tonight he gets some run support because he desperately needs that.
Yeah, he's not quite sure what he would do with, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 runs.
He might spread that out for about 3 wins.
That's what he's had to do so far.
A couple of 2-1 ball games.
And we are ready to play baseball. Scutaro in the batter's box, and the first pitch of this game is a strike, a fastball to get this one underway. Great to have you with us. A couple of night games and a day game on Thursday, and then Oakland will become calling for the weekend. And another strike. 0-2. James Boyd, 38 years old, out of Ohio, calling the balls and strikes tonight.
Still the best pitch in the game, isn't it? Strike one?
Yes, it is.
Strike one, strike two.
Scutaro takes a close look. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We talked about him up in Toronto, Scutaro, how he has really embraced the opportunity to lead off and has been very selective at the plate. He fouls the 1-2 pitch away, out of play.
Yeah, he can wait a long time. I know, talking to Cito Gaston over the past couple of months off and on, he felt at one point he was definitely his MVP, much like I guess Jason Bartlett was last year for the Rays.
So this is pretty typical of him. 2 strikes, and then he took a close pitch, fouled away a 1-2 pitch. He'll battle you. And a base hit right back through the box and into center field. So Scutaro safely aboard to start the game.
Take a look at this shot at 93 miles an hour. Bullet back at him.
That can be scary for a moment.
You bet.
Scutaro's aboard for Hill. Taps it foul. That's a strike. Blue Jays are on a 10-day, 10-game road trip. They're 1-3 so far, dropping 3 out of 4 to the Yankees, snapping a little losing streak in the final game of that series. Cito Gaston. And a popper on the right side. Zobrist making the call. 1 away.
The Rays defense, Carl Crawford in left field, the all-star. B.J. Upton in center. Gabe Kapler in right. Evan Longoria at third. Jason Bartlett at shortstop. Couple of all-stars there. Ben Zobrist, another all-star at second. Carlos Pena at first base. Hopefully an all-star. And Deanna Navarro behind the plate for James Shields on the mound. This defensive alignment review brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket. We're saving you money with our passion.
Ian Kinsler took the early lead, by the way, in the voting. The Texas Ranger second baseman. Adam Lind takes a strike. Lind, another one of the final 5 for that final spot. And of course, the Blue Jays pushing him. Two.
Nice changeup right there by James Shields, a great equalizer. Down and in. And, you and I were talking about Ian Kinsler the other night in Texas. I like Kinsler, but he just tries to go deep every swing. And yet, sure enough, last night against the Angels, he went deep, but he's hitting 250. It looks like he's trying to hit 35 home runs.
Well, let's take a look at the final 5. See Lynn from the Blue Jays and Ian Kinsler from Texas. Sean Figgins is local here. Carlos Pena and then Brandon Inge. Sure, Figgins has a contingent over in Brandon. supporting his bid. Count still 2 strikes to Lynn.
There's the vote for Pena. Nice t-shirts. I'm going to text. How many times can I do it?
Hey, it's just like Chicago. You vote early and often.
There you go. Okay.
Lind is out on strikes.
Good fastball right here. He showed the changeup early in the count, finishes with.
So 2 outs following the opening base hit by Scudero. Now Scott Rowland, and boy has he been red hot on a career high 23 game hitting streak. Ground ball to second this time, and Zobrist throws him out. Blue Jays leave a man, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score. Rays coming in to hit. Joe Madden, again B.J. Upton and Carl Crawford, followed by Evan Longoria. Carlos Pena, Ben Zobrist, and Pat Burrell down the middle. Jason Bartlett hits 7th ahead of Gabe Kapler, and Deoner Navarro will hit 9th.
Rays will face another rookie they've seen a lot lately, Mark Zaczynski, on the mound, a left-hander out of UC Riverside, 23-year-old. Combined between AA and AAA. AAA is in Las Vegas, 9-5 with a 2.66 earned run average. In 88 innings, he struck out 104 with 40 walks. He's got a curveball, fastball for anywhere from 87 to 93, power curveball, a hard slider, and a decent changeup.
And here's B.J. Upton stepping in against Zaczynski. Pitch is outside, 1-0. B.J. at 244. We've got 41 walks to go with that average. The pitch is wide. Two balls, no strikes. There's the strike. Zaczynski, in just in many ways a minimal amount of experience in the minor leagues, a little over 250 minor league innings, but he has some good numbers, and the count is 3-1. Strike. 3-2. He's the 5th different Blue Jay to make his major league debut as a starter for the Toronto Ball Club this season. And a foul ball, just a little piece of that one deflecting on Barajas.
Guts right there. Threw a little backdoor slider right there, 3-2. No challenge to B.J. Upton. The records do indicate that he's been a strike thrower in his short time in the minor leagues. He was drafted in 2007. He was a number 5 pick out of UC Riverside. So that would tell you you're right. Not too many innings in the minor leagues, and boom, these guys are in the big leagues.
3-2 again. Strike 3 call. So Upton twice 3-2 did not get the fastball.
Yeah, you got breaking ball twice. Here's that. What you have to do in the big leagues.
Here's Carl Crawford. And he takes the first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Our Toyota trend, Crawford riding a 13-game hitting streak. He fouls it away. Fastball, not overpowering, but if he can locate the slider the way we've seen in the first handful of pitches, he's got a chance.
He hides the ball pretty well. He's got a pretty good hip turn, and it's a little bit difficult to pick up.
Carl chops it to second. Hill gloves and throws. So a strikeout and a ground out. 2 gone.
The defense for the Toronto Blue Jays. David DeLucci in left, Vernon Wells in center, Alex Rios in right. Third base, Scott Rowland, Marco Scudero at short. Aaron Hill at second, Lyle Overbay at first base, Rob Barajas behind the plate. And this defensive alignment review brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket. We're saving you money as our passion. The Blue Jays' #1 defense in baseball, .991 fielding percentage.
It's a great shot of the back of Zubchinski's jersey. If you wanted to buy a vowel, there's no room. Take a look at that.
Beautiful.
Longoria is out in front with a changeup. So we've seen a nice little slider in the changeup. 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Zubchinski in here tonight with a grand total of 2 starts at AAA and 11 1/3 AAA innings under his belt.
Well, we're seeing more and more of that in Major League Baseball. Young starters being pushed to the big leagues, whether it be out of need because of injuries like the Blue Jays have had, or just, hey, we want to get our prospects up there. It's better than what we got.
A little tap, third base side foul. So the count holds at 1-2. How about this? The Blue Jays now have 3 players from the 07 draft reach the major leagues. Brett Cecil and Brad Mills, the other 2. He went back to the changeup, or maybe the slider, about the same speed. No score through 1. has off the field through numerous community service endeavors. It's Inside the Rays in the Community. That premieres tonight right here on Sun Sports, right after our game coverage and our post game. Lyle Overbay takes the pitch, and it's wide. A ball, no strikes. So that'll give you a great inside look at some of the charitable causes the Rays support. Overbay behind that pitch, and the count is 1-1.
It's almost like Lyle was thinking off speed, and he got a fastball and decided to go after it. He was very late.
Well, high. 2-1. Up the right side toward the line. Kepler's there, though, and makes the catch to retire Overbay. Nice break by Kepler in right field to get there.
And I think that one just got a little bit in on Overbay. Had a pretty good pass at it, but I think it just got in a little bit wide of the sweet spot. And Gabe was able to pick it up.
Speaking of picking it up, that's what Vernon Wells has done recently since Cito Gaston dropped him down a few notches in the lineup. Pitch is a strike. Wells, with a little 6-game hitting streak now, is 9 of his last 25. He was hitting third and struggling, and Gaston moved him down, and there's a base hit. Is it backhanded by Zobrist? Throw to first, not in time. Great effort by Zobrist behind second base to just about rob Wells, and Wells extends his hitting streak to 7.
Yeah, it looked like a clean single to center. Ben was able to get a big hop. A nice pick by Carlos Pena. Tough to get a whole lot on it when you're in the air twisting like that, but a great effort by Ben Zobrist. It's an all-star effort.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You're going to hear that word ad nauseum this week from me.
Here's Rios taking a pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the thing about Zobrist, you know, Joe Madden talked about the need to win the All-Star game because now it has postseason implications. Which league wins that? And Zobrist is the kind of guy in those kinds of games that could be invaluable. Number one, he hits right-handed, he hits left-handed. He plays all over the place. I don't know if there's another guy on another team. There may be some guys who pay attention as much as he does, but nobody does it anymore. I mean, this guy's in the game. And a pop fly center field. Short center. Zobrist out in front of B.J. Upton, and Ben makes the catch.
Ben called that right away. The only guy that I can think of that could play a lot of positions, but he's a right-handed hitter, just got traded to St. Louis, was Mark DeRosa. But those are valuable guys. I mean, Mark DeRosa was a backup guy in the Braves system for a while and played some short and third and second base. And when he went to Texas, that's where he kind of came into his own. He got a chance to play everywhere, somewhere, but every day. And then, of course, with the Cubs and Cleveland and St. Louis. But Ben, I mean, that's the value of a Ben Zobrist. Plays everywhere.
David DeLucci fouling the fastball back. A little extra on that one from Shields. Up around 92. Strike the count. Wells at first. And a throw over there is thrown away. It skips down into the bullpen, and Wells is going to go all the way to third base. So an attempt to pick him off. The throw was low, and Wells goes to third on Shields' throwing error.
Yeah, and that's the one area that the Rays really have to pick up. They're too good at fielding teams. A quick throw in the dirt. So try to time DeLucci where he was stepping off towards second. That's what James was trying to do. And when DeLucci lifted his right leg up, that's when Shields turned and fired quickly. And if he throws a strike over there, he's got a chance. But he short hop Pena and right past him. But that area, the defense has to pick up in the second half.
A foul ball back. Another fastball. 2 strikes to count to DeLucci. Wells now at third with 2 gone. You're right about the defensive effort. And you know, the Rays have just made physical errors for the most part, and that's part of the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They were so good defensively. The combination last year of great steady defense, which helped the pitching. Those 2 elements were just outstanding for this team. Swing and a miss. He got him with a change. Couple fastballs in the change. We go to the bottom of the second. No score.
All year long, and he was truly appreciative to reach the Midsummer Classic.
It's starting to. I laid in bed last night thinking about it. I've talked to my brother about it, and you know, I keep telling him going from wiffle ball in the front yard to going to a Major League All-Star game. You know, it's a big jump, and you know, it's only it is a dream come true.
One of the good guys in the game who's put in a lot of hard work, guys, and it has paid off this year. Back to you.
Well, he has been something special since the first day he joined this ball club. You could see it right away how important he could be, and he just reinforced that notion every day of the season last year and has done that even more this year. And here's Carlos Pena, who is trying to win this fan vote and join the other 4 Rays on the All-Star team. Pitch is high, 1-0. A strike.
He likes that breaking ball. You can see that early. Carlos Pena, vote for Carlos Pena shirts. Everybody's got them.
Get the vote out. There's some ground to make up. The Rays did not play yesterday, and that put Carlos behind in the voting a little bit. And as we said, these are certain precinct rules in which you can vote as many times as you can possibly vote.
Carlos still leading the American League with 23 home runs.
And he's out chasing that pitch. 3 strikeouts by the young left-hander already. He's used the slider.
That's a slider.
Hey, here's something to think about too. If you're on the fence and you're talking about voting for some of the other players, and they're all deserving. I mean, let's face it, Adam Lynn's had a great first half, and if you're a Blue Jay fan, you probably absolutely think he should be the guy. As Zobrist on the first pitch goes out to Scudero 6-3, and people will look at Pena's average, and well, he's hitting 231, and we'll get back to that. He leads the league in home runs, as you pointed out. He's been among the league leaders, certainly in the top 10 and closer to the top 5 for most of the first half in runs scored and walks and so forth. He's a great glove. In fact, the Gold Glove winner at first base last year. So he's a guy in that competition could help you win in a lot of ways. Power one, defense another. He works a count. If you need a walk, he's going to get on base. And so what I think is more important to look at than his batting average is his on-base percentage, which is 364 coming into this game, his on-base percentage. The average league on-base percentage is 335. So the average on-base percentage, even though he's hitting 231, that on-base percentage of 364, well above that 335 average. And I think that, with everything else that he brings, you could justify, in fact recommend, voting for him.
I definitely agree with that.
Pitch inside, it's 2-2.
354 as a team, that's number 2 in baseball. That's the team on base percentage. Carlos is above the team on base percentage. So that, I mean, that says a lot right there. Plus, he's in a power position. He's in the 4 spot. And what I mean by that is that his job is to drive in big runs and hit big home runs. The reason I brought up Kinsler, I like Kinsler. Kinsler's a leadoff guy. And when we saw him pulling off the ball, I like Kinsler a lot. But I mean, he's a 250 some odd hitter right now. Those leadoff guys got to, work the count and set the tone for the offense. It's fine to have a leadoff home run once in a while, but that's when I saw Kinsler versus Pena. The case is well documented with Carlos Pena. Different story. Batting average not that much different. Yet Carlos leads the American League in home runs, but he's in the 4 spot. I mean, that's what his job is. His job is to hit the ball at the ballpark.
3-2 the count to Pat Burrell. And he draws the walk. The Rays have a 2-out pass. Their first base runner here against Mark Zepchinski. Here's Jason Bartlett, the Rays all-star shortstop.
8 home runs, 37 RBIs, hitting 358. And who would have thought? I was looking and talking to Ron Gardenhire today, talking about Delman Young, who's got 3 home runs and really hasn't got on track this year. Who would have thought Bartlett right now would have more home runs? One of the guys he got traded for.
He takes the ball outside, 1-0.
But that's by design too. He's gotten stronger. We talked about that all season.
1-1. The amazing thing about that, he's stronger and actually went up in size. He had to buy new clothes, but he hasn't lost any quickness. He's still, he's 17 of 18 stealing bases. He still moves well at shortstop. It's a chop to third. Rollins' throw to first is in time on the high stretch by Overbay. We're through 2, no score. 2009 Pulitzer Prizes for excellence in journalism. To subscribe to the Times, the official newspaper of the Tampa Bay Rays, call 877 The Times or visit tampabay.com. Here's Rod Barajas. The pitch is a strike. Here's the catcher for the Blue Jays with some pop. 8 home runs and 40 runs batted in for Barajas. Foul back into the screen. 0-2.
That's pretty good for the 9 spot. You get 15, 16 home runs out of your catcher and 75 or 80 RBIs. It's more than what you asked for.
Foul out of play. Scooter and Hill will follow him. One ball, 2 strikes. Out off the railing. Holds the count at 1-2.
That's what the railing's for.
Yeah.
Protect the
George Poulos, the trainer of the Blue Jays in the second row there, standing by just in case he's needed.
There he is. That's right.
There's a foul ball. Count still 1-2.
Well, there's no 2-strike approach, is there? It's just swing hard in case I hit it. And if I do, it might go a long way. No cutting the swing now.
Did he go? He held in time on the appeal down to Bill Welke.
Oh, really? Let's take a look at that. Dissect that a little closer. Yeah, he did hold up. All right. All right, Bill, we're just checking on you. That's what our jobs are up here.
He passed that test. It's fouled out of play. So the count remains 2-2. I mean,
here's a guy,
swinging hard with 2 strikes, and he's hanging in there.
Time for an eyesight change here, huh?
Another foul ball. This is a 9-pitch at bat to open the 3rd.
Well, this is earning your at bat right here. This is not giving an at bat away. I kind of like this, what Ross is doing.
Fouls another one down toward the far end of the dugout, toward the camera well.
I think you got to get it out of the down zone. I think you got to get him up. Swing underneath it.
And a ground ball to 3rd. Longoria with the pickup and the toss across takes care of Barajas. So they finally get him. It was not easy.
I think he was hacking no matter what, anywhere in his zone down, and he hacked at it. It was a good pitch down. It was a changeup.
Well, you know, the last time Shields faced Barajas in that start he made against them up there, he had a home run off him on an 0-2 pitch.
Yep. See why.
So Shields and Barajas really had a battle there. Scutaro takes the pitch for a ball. Scudero got behind 0-2 his first time. They had 2-0 this time around. Bounces it to short. Bartlett makes the play. Well, maybe that's the way you get him out. You get behind him 2-0 and he hits a little chopper to short as opposed to falling behind the last time he shot a line drive right back over the Rays right-hander's head.
Yeah, and the difference in pitches, that was a good fastball down. The one that Scudero singled the center on was a fastball up. That was a good pitch just at the knees, a little bit below, and Scudero thought he could get through it and instead toppled it to the left side.
Aaron Hill takes one too high. This has been a great recovery for Hill this year. This has been a great story in baseball after missing a substantial part of last season with a concussion. And back just having a great year right now. 1-1 the count. And he shoots it into right over the leaping Pena. And a base hit. Kapler with the pickup. A 2-out single. That gives him 108 hits. He's second in the league in hits.
Yeah, right at Carlos Pena. Carlos went as high as he could. Just got it over his glove. Good effort by Carlos.
Shot to center field off the bat of Adam Lind. That ball's going to be over the head of Upton and bounces up over the wall for 2 bases. And the Rays get a break with that bounce because Hill is forced to stop at third base.
That's a big time break right there. That's a run for sure. Great extension by Adam Hill right there. Dead center field. Hits the track and up over the yellow wall. Yellow line, and BJ raises his hand, say, hey, it's out of play. It's a ground rule double.
So the 26th double for Lind. He continues to have just a great season. He's never really had a full season in the big leagues over the last 3 years. He's divided time between the minor leagues and Toronto. He's making a real statement now. The pitch to Scott Rowland is high. 1-0.
Rowland's a guy that I thought should have been on the All-Star team. I know his home run numbers are low and his RBIs, but he's hitting .327 coming in.
He shoots a fly ball to center field. Upton back with room. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. 2 men left. Bottom of the third coming. No score. From Tropicana Field with Kevin Kennedy and Todd Callis, Dwayne Stats with you. I guess I wouldn't have had to said that if I'd known that sign was going to be up there. Kapler, Navarro, and Upton will be the hitters against the left-hander Mark Zepchinski. First game of the series here. Night game tomorrow and then a day game. Here the final game of the series on Thursday. Kapler takes the pitch. Gabe has been very, very good against left-handed pitching.
And what a difference. 315 versus lefty. Lefty's under 100 pitches.
There's a liner into center field. Hit that ball well. To Wells, who makes the catch.
Just kind of dropped the head of the bat. All hands right there. And Gabe Kapler kind of drops the head on this ball down. Let's look at that. Kind of a golf swing. Gets through it. But hit it right at Vernon Wells.
One away here with the bases empty. Deanna Navarro to bat right-handed against Zepchinski. Pitch is high. Well, this time a year ago, Deanna was about to be on his way to the All-Star game. And I thought it was really interesting what he had to say about his struggles in the first half. He just says, look, I know I'm a better player than this. And he's looking for good things in the second half of the season. In fact, that's what happened 2 years ago in 07 when he really struggled the first half and then had a great second half. And that's what he's aiming for. A strike, and Navarro thought it might have been a little high, and so did a number of fans here.
I did too. I'm a little surprised at that one.
Oh my.
Yeah, he gets the call. Barajas tells you it's a ball because he brings the glove down about 6 inches.
There's a shot toward right center field. That's going to be in there. Wells will cut it off, and Navarro's going to dig for two, and he's in there without a play. So Deanna Navarro comes back with a base hit, a double on that 2-1 delivery.
That's a nice piece right here. That ball's on the outside corner. Deanna doesn't try to pull it. Just goes with it, stays back, little load on the back leg, and shoots it into right center and finds a seam between the center fielder and the right fielder. One thing I was going to say, in his last few at-bats that I've seen Texas and here tonight, I mean, he's getting a few more pitches. I think the more pitches he sees and the more he waits to get a pitch to hit, you're going to see that average climb. And when you're in a slump, you try to just expand your own zone, and you're so anxious.
It's a strike to BJ Upton. I think you're right, waiting for the pitch to hit, because if you...
It's easier said than done. That's the problem. I've been in many slumps myself, and I know the feeling.
But that really has been his problem. He just won't let himself get into good counts because he's chasing bad pitches. And so, as you say, you got to wait for a good pitch to hit.
You know, sometimes you get in a 1-0 count, you think, oh, he's going to come to me, and then it's the ball away, and you chase the ball away. So instead of hitting 2-0, now you're hitting 1-1, and you've evened up the count.
And he's right about one thing. I mean, he's shown that he can be a good hitter in the big leagues, and I have to think that it's a matter of approach, and then everything comes down to execution. But if he can be a little more selective, and believe me, with Madden and Henderson here and the rest of the guys in the lineup, I mean, that's encouraged more than, I think, more than most clubs.
I mean, you watch Pat Burrell. Went around it, didn't it?
BJ's not happy. Couple of calls here.
That ball went around the plate, I believe. That's a breaking ball. Let's take a look. Not even close. Not even close.
Wow.
Way around the plate. It's not where he caught it. That ball was 7 inches, 8 inches outside. And BJ has an argument. Just don't get kicked out. But you're right. And it changes from a 3-1 count to 2-2.
And boy, what a difference that is. I mean, frankly, there have just been 2 pitches here that haven't been anywhere close. And the fans cheer that call, that it was indeed a ball. And they have the facts on their side this time. Full count. BJ chases one.
Had to.
And he's out on strikes, and that's what a call like that does to you. It really forces you to expand the strike zone.
Yeah, it does. It's exactly what it does. That ball's outside corner. It's off the plate about 6-8 inches, and he has to chase it because the last one came around the outside corner. But the last one was a breaking ball. That was a two-seamer fading away. I was going to mention about Pat Burrell. You see Pat, I mean, he's not hitting like he wants right now, but he will. But he doesn't expand his zone. He still has the same approach, and that's what you got to do when you're slumping, and still try to get a good pitch to hit and hit it hard 4 times. And if you hit a ball hard 4 times, you're going to get you 2 hits a game.
The pitch outside to Carl Crawford. 1 ball to no strikes. I mean, you just hate to see an at bat so changed by an umpire the way that one was. And there's a pop fly into left center field. Wells is there to make the catch. So the Rays leave a man. We're through 3. No score. To the 4th inning. Time for our Aflac trivia question. Aflac, we've got you under our wing. Since 1954, how many American League players have led the league in home runs but have not made the All-Star team? There you go. That's our Aflac trivia question. Lyle Overbay opens the 4th. He takes a look at a strike from James Shields. Overbay line to right his first time. Ball's behind. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. With that wave and a miss. Out number 1. 3rd strikeout for Shields.
Saw 3 different pitches there. Changeup, curveball, little cut action at 84 at the end there. Moved right by Overbay.
If you're traveling and can't watch the Rays, catch them on your computer with MLB.TV, the ultimate baseball experience. Featuring 100 out-of-market games per week. Wells pops one foul out of play. And you can catch the games you missed on demand. For details, visit RaysBaseball.com. where baseball is always on. Wells had the infield hit his first time. Shoots it up the middle, backhanded by Zobrist. He got him this time. Zobrist turns in a heck of a play. Almost the identical play that happened in the second when Wells just did beat it out, and this time Zobrist made a great play.
Yeah, breaking ball. Vernon Wells shoots it right back up the middle. Almost hit the bag, but Ben Zobrist with great range going to his right throws a strike. It is. It's the identical play that he'd have happened in the first at bat that Vernon Wells had.
It's Progress Energy's energized defensive play. Brought to you by Progress Energy. Well, if you don't succeed the first time, try again, and that's what Zobrist did to get Wells. Well, that was a great play. Stamp a little star by that one.
I think next time you move even closer up the middle, behind the back, two at bats, Vernon Wells hit the ball in the same spot. That will be noted, at least against James Shields.
One and two the count. Square it. Ground ball third. Longoria with a long throw. That takes care of Rios. 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the fourth coming, no score. How many? Would it be 6 or more? More. 8. 8 players. The last one would have been Jim Thome.
2001. There's a look at Jim. No, just kidding.
Pitch outside to Evan Longoria.
Nice. Look at that.
Cell phone, credentials, and everything.
Everything you need. What else could you want? Getting ready for Christmas, too.
Rios out there in right field handles the fly ball hit by Longoria. Carlos Pena will be coming up there now. Carlos struck out his first time. Facing the left-hander, Mark Zapchinski. Pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. He's only 23 years old. He'll be 24 at the end of August. Out of Riverside, California. 2-0.
The Rays have seen what? How many? 4 rookies, 5 rookies in the last 5 games. They've seen 4 rookies that they've never seen before, and it's much tougher for a lineup when you haven't seen a guy. No disrespect to the kid, I mean, he's got good stuff, but just it takes a while to see patterns and recognize what type of breaking balls they have. And he's got a slider and a curve he throws. And now he's behind Carlos Pena. Pitcher will always have the advantage if he's got good stuff against any lineup until they see him for a while. Because he knows what he's going to throw. The hitter doesn't.
3-1 now.
That's what I like about baseball. I mean, it's the only game on offense. You don't have major game. You don't have the ball. So
yeah.
you know, when you're on offense, you got to try to read the pitcher and see what he's got.
Well, that's why the game is so difficult. It's way more difficult than people give it credit for. Pena walks. One on, one out. Ben Zobrist will be the hitter. This is a pretty good list. Not to make the All-Star team and lead in home runs, as we mentioned, Tomey, the most recent one, but Mickey Tettleton, Jose Canseco, Rob Deere, Dave Kingman, Norman Thomas, Albando, and our good friend Hondo, Frank Howard, former Rays coach.
Love Frank Howard. Good man.
Zobrist takes the pitch. That's a strike.
He likes that backdoor breaking ball. I'm not talking about the pitcher. I'm talking about James Hoyer.
Wide. 1-1. Well, I don't mind a liberal strike zone. I mean, I think it's a good idea for umpires to go looking for strikes as opposed to being intimidated by.
I agree.
By all of the technology that they're graded by. It's difficult to work under a situation, I think, where you've got, in their case, cameras over their shoulders and reports handed to them at the end of a series and all that. It's difficult, but I think it's also a good thing for an umpire to go looking for strikes as opposed to be afraid to call strikes.
It is. The only problem with the one to BJ, it was so dramatically outside. It was a good 6-8 inches.
Oh, absolutely.
No excuse for that, and it changed the count.
Well, the pitch to Navarro wasn't anywhere near either. Right. It was high. It's wide, 2-1, and so I think it's good for him to go looking for strikes, but you know, you've got to be able to make a case that it might have been a strike.
Let's keep it within 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the width of the plate, 17 inches. Let's not make it 23 or 24.
Two and two. Slider
one,
dropping in.
Yeah, that one was there. We haven't seen a real good move yet over to first base.
Ground ball through the right side. Rios with a pickup. Pena will stop after making the turn at second. And Ben Zobrist has a base hit. Nice job of taking that one the other way.
Well, he stayed outside on the righties on that sweeping breaking ball. Take a look at Ben's swing right here. Kind of looking out there and just gets on top of it and shoots it to the right side, finds a hole. And Carlos Pena did have to hold up because Rios closed the gap quickly. Carlos did the right thing, stopping at second.
That's low to Pat Burrell. 1 ball, no strikes. That's hit over 280 with men in scoring position. Got men at first and second right now. And with that pitch is ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes.
Pat's just got to make sure he keeps it off the ground here. Gets one in the air. Preferably a nice line drive, but definitely don't want to get on top of one here and get on the ground.
High fly ball back into left. DeLucci will go to the track, and it's going to be catchable as he gathers it in about 2-3 steps from the wall, and the runners return to first and second.
Yeah, he didn't miss that by much. Thought he had it at first. That backdoor breaking ball, Pat's looking out there. Just a touch maybe off the end. But he's so strong, he takes DeLucci almost to the wall. Where he ran it down.
Now Jason Bartlett. No score in this game. Bartlett takes a fastball for a strike. Out third to first in the second inning. Jason hitting .426 with runners in scoring position. His offensive numbers are solid.
They bunched the outfield. DeLucci and Wells are bunched. Right field as well. They're bunched. They're giving Bartlett both lines.
1-1.
We've seen Jason turn on some balls in, although we haven't seen Subchinski pitch inside very much. That's why the hitters are starting to look away, either for the backdoor breaking ball or just something out over the plate, because we haven't seen him really come in so far in the first go around here, first couple of go arounds in the lineup. That's why DeLucci's playing over there in left center.
Ground ball, third base, foul. So with runners at first and second and 2 outs, Bartlett is behind 1 and 2. Rays left Navarro at second base in the third. It's the only other scoring opportunity they've had. The mid of Barajas, and the runners will advance. Slider that got away. A wild pitch. Now both men are in scoring position.
Yeah, Barajas wanted that one inside. You could see him setting up inside. That one got away and backed up. Subchinski didn't have conviction that he wanted to go in on Bartlett. We've seen Jason turn on anything inside. He's quick, short and quick to the ball.
So it squares the count, 2-2. Out there again. 3-2. Those were decidedly not strikes.
Yeah, good call right there. Get those right. That'll go down on the good column.
So the count is full. And a tap foul.
Tough pitch right there for Bartlett. He stays alive. Nice piece to stay alive on that one. Had a little movement to it. Fighting it off and try to get a mistake. Pick up a couple of runs with a nice sharp single.
Going to take a 2-out hit to do it. The 3-2 is low for ball 4. Third walk of the night. Second walk of the inning. The bases are loaded for Gabe Kapler. Kapler lined to center his first time and has been swinging a very good bat against lefties. In fact, 18 of his 19 runs batted in, and all 4 of his home runs have come against left-handed pitching.
22-pitch inning for Zepchinski so far. Gabe with the bases loaded has a grand slam, 274. This season 1 for 3. Did line out hard to Vernon Wells in his last at bat in the last inning.
He takes a strike. An opening slider there. Followed up by the fastball, and the count is 0-2.
Just went out in front of the plate a minute ago. You reminded the infield that the runners will be taken off on the swing because you got 2 strikes and 2 outs. That's pretty good leadership right there. Meaning you don't have to wait till contact. As soon as you see the hitter start to swing, you can take off because either he puts it in play or he strikes out. That's good leadership. Meaning the infields may not have a play at one of the bases. They may have to go to first base. See too many catchers do that. You see them on the 3-2 pitch. You don't see it with just 2 strikes and 2 outs. And that's also offensively. That's what Tom Foley reminds the runners. Take off on contact. Especially if you're at second base or first, you can score in a long single.
1-2 up and in a bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's the first time we've seen him go up and in the whole game. Everything's been kind of down and out over the plate, whether it be the backdoor slider or the sinker. That's by design right there. Bras way up off the inside corner.
And away, but it's outside off the plate. And the count is full.
Now you got to make sure he goes to the plate.
Pena at third, Zobrist at second, Bartlett at first, 2 outs, 3-2 the count. Runners will be off with the delivery. Here it is. There they go, and it's ball 4 outside, and the Rays get the first run of the game. Pena, who walked, crosses the plate on the bases loaded walk. Kapler picking up his 20th run batted in of the year.
Good battle by Gabe Kapler. He saw a variety of pitches. There's that backdoor breaking ball way outside. That's the same pitch that was called a strike on B.J. Upton, and this time James Hoya got it right. It was outside. Good at bat by Kapler. Definitely went around the plate.
It's a 1-0 game. Bases loaded. Here's Deanna Navarro, who shot a double into right center field his first time. And takes a strike.
It's all right by DeHonor. It's a good take. It's a breaking ball. He's looking for something better to hit. Trying to be a little bit more selective.
Foul back. 0-2. We're in the bottom of the fourth, and the Rays have a run. It's been a 30-pitch inning right now. Navarro bounces it foul. It's the kind of thing where if Navarro could somehow have a really good at bat and extend the inning, the Rays are in a position to break something open here. It's going to come down here to the next pitch or two as to what happens.
Well, I think now the Rays have seen him a couple times around the lineup. They know what he's got and what his pattern is. He likes to throw that backdoor slurvy breaking ball. His fastball is about 88, 89.
He tried the backdoor one and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
One thing the Rays are good at, they talk on the bench. They get a read on what he's got and what his pattern is. There it is. That's the backdoor. It's way around the plate. It's the angle we're looking at is the camera's out in left center, but that's not directly behind the pitcher, so that ball's way outside. Look better on TV, but guarantee it's way out.
Navarro chops one to short. Scudero with the toss. That retires the side. Rays get a run, lead 1-0.
Down in the Lone Star State, felt a little progress with the hamstring.
The last 2 games in Texas, I didn't feel anything. I mean, I made some defensive plays that I hadn't been able to make in the past. Like I said, 2 weeks. Mainly those balls that I had to come in on hard. Didn't feel any pain and ran pretty good down the line, and I thought that was a huge step for me.
Good news for Longoria, who's still not sure if he's going to participate in the home run derby, but he says he's feeling as good as he's had in a long time, guys.
Well, that is indeed good news because it's the kind of injury that could either develop into something serious or that could linger for a long while. So it's good to hear that progress is being made. DeLucci fouls the second pitch of the inning back, and the count is 1-1.
I remember that one of the first plays in Texas, the first night we were there, he had a chopper he had to come in on and make a great play on. I remember saying that can't help, but if that's one of the ones he's talking about, then that's good news. He made some nice plays on some tough infield choppers.
2-1 the count to David DeLucci as Shields looks to get a quick inning here. He has DeLucci out in front on the changeup, and it's a 2-2 count.
Oh, how about the depth on that one? That fell right off the table, faded away.
In the past, we have seen two variations of his changeup. One is that everyday garden variety of changeup, and the other one really is that killer type changeup.
Yeah, it's the put away change that he tried to throw right there with 2 strikes. You got DeLucci in the second inning on that pitch. Struck him out.
2-2, and he got him. Struck him out on a fastball. That's the first out in the 5th. Be sure and stop into your local Hess Express to pick up your 09 Rays pocket schedule. That includes a $5 off coupon for a pair of tickets to see the Rays Saturday nights. Don't miss the top 40 music sensation Smash Mouth following the game this coming Saturday when the Rays take on the A's. Hess Express, a presenting partner of the 09 Rays Summer Concert Series. Rod Barajas hits it hard again. Foul. He just picks up here where he left off in that 11th pitch at bat in the 3rd.
He's swinging hard at anything that's close, and if it's in his wheelhouse, you know, he takes you out.
1-1. He's now 3 of 16 lifetime against Shields with the home run we mentioned. There's a little tap back to the hill, and the toss to first takes care of Barajas. So far so good. 2 up, 2 down. Rays due to have the top of the order up in the bottom of the 5th after that 33 pitch at bottom of the 4th for Zepchinski. Marco Scutaro. Pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes.
The other thing about trying to get through this inning 1, 2, 3 and quickly is to get the young pitcher for the Blue Jays back out there, because he had a pretty long 4th inning.
Foul outside of 3rd. The count is 1-1. The count here, and a bunt roll right back to Shields. Toss to first. Scutaro's out, and so are the Blue Jays. Bottom of the 5th coming. 1-0 Rays. so far. No runs on 4 hits. Mark Zipchinski with 4 strikeouts of his own, but the Rays do have a run off him. It came on the bases loaded walk to Gabe Kapler. And that turned out to be a 33-pitch 4th inning. So the Rays here in the bottom of the 5th send the top of the order up there. It'll be Upton, Crawford, and Longoria. Any deeper, Pena would hit. Little tap, third base, foul. Strike 1 on Upton. Upton called out on strikes on a 3-2 slider the first time, and then found himself victimized on a bad call that got the count out of his favor, and then he chased a pitch way wide because he wasn't sure how wide the strike zone was. This pitch is wide, 1-1. Up there again. So most of Zipchinski's misses in the 4th were just like that, away.
Yeah, he's got that kind of a high 3/4 sling arm action, and he's leaving the ball out of the zone and flat.
There's a strike, and BJ grins about it.
Take a look at this, went around the plate again. Like it did, had a little tighter bite that time, a little bit better tilt.
That could have been wide and low. Another one outside, full count.
3rd time in a row for BJ going full, and you know what last inning did, it drove Zipchinski's pitch count up. He's getting pushing the mid-80s now here pretty soon. 82, 83 pitches.
Swing and a miss, a fastball. BJ's out on strikes. 1 away in the 5th. Sign up at Kane's Furniture for a chance to meet one of your favorite Rays players. And if Rays pitchers come up with 10 strikeouts in a home game, log on to canestrikeout.com, print a voucher that can be redeemed at Kane's for a free Papa John's pizza. Get to Kane's today. The Rays pitcher tonight, James Shields, has 4 strikeouts. So there's a chance. 1-0 the count to Carl. It's wide.
That little square round brought everybody running to the infield except the shortstop, Scooter. First, second, third baseman, Scott rolling. Everybody came charging in.
It's a strike to Carl.
And all Carl was doing was just trying to show it. He was going to take a strike all the way. He wasn't going to square around and bunt. Sacrifice style.
2-2 now. Broken back, the one hopper to second. Hill makes the toss to first. 2 gone. Now it'll be Evan Longoria.
That's 2 hitters in a row now. Dwayne, 3rd time around the lineup. Now when he gets 2 strikes, instead of throwing that breaking ball, he's been throwing fastballs. He threw a fastball to BJ up. Struck him out. He threw a fastball to Crawford with 2 strikes and jammed him.
A strike.
And that's Barajas changing the sequence back there. That's what he's doing, changing the pattern.
Two strikes the count to Evan with that little bouncing foul ball.
Let's see if he tries to go up on Evan. He may not try to sneak one in on Evan. No, he's going to go with that slider on Evan.
Back foot out of the way, and it's 1-2. play right side.
He tried to throw a fastball, but that was the sign for fastball away. Didn't want to come in with a fastball in heaven, just in case. I think we'll be looking at number 17.
Ground ball headed to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 6th, 1-0 Rays. And cool off with the Rays Summer Select 6-pack. You can enjoy savings over individual game prices and select your own games for as low as $57. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. And you spend a great night out with the kids. Show your support for Todd Callis. 1-0 the count to Aaron Hill.
I like that.
Todd has been conspicuous by his silence tonight. He's probably been voting feverishly for Carlos Pena.
He's working on something.
1-1 the count here to Hill.
There he is. He's working on something.
There you go.
Laying some groundwork.
Ground ball, foul. 1-2.
I think the next hit from Todd is going to be something just major.
Yep.
Something really, really big.
Of course, every hit is major with Todd.
It is.
You know, it's just his nature. Check swing and a foul ball. What a tidy little performance for Shields so far tonight.
That ball short hopped the bat right there. I think it did.
Ground ball shortstop. Bartlett's throw to first in time. 3 straight ground balls. 5 of the last 6 outs have come on infield ground balls. 1 away here in the 6th.
That was a bullet, though.
Yes, it was.
Bartlett played it perfectly.
Well, the Rays got a break when Adam Lynn hit that ball to center back in the 3rd inning. He hit it over Upton's head, and it bounced over the center field fence for a ground rule double. That came with Hill at first, and as a result of the ground rule, Hill had to stop at third, and there he stayed. When Rowland hit the fly ball to center, Lynn was at second, Hill at third, and they were left on base. Fly ball center field, or right center, and Kapler's there to make the catch. So 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. For the past 125 years, the St. Petersburg Times has been a part of the Tampa Bay community. From investigative journalism to award-winning sports coverage, the Times is Tampa Bay's newspaper of choice. To subscribe, call 877-THE-TIMES or visit tampabay.com. Here's Scott Rowland. Base is empty, 2 away. Inside. And right back to Shields on the line to retire the side. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Pena's going to lead it off for the Rays. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Baseball's biggest stars head-to-head for one spectacular night in the summer's biggest event. Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2009 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 14th, live from St. Louis at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. Carlos Pena hopes to be there. That voting, 5 contestants, of which Carlos is one, for the final man spot. Carlos 0 for 1 with a walk, has scored the run for the Rays. Strike 1. Ian Kinsler of the Texas Rangers and Brandon Inge of the Tigers have gone back and forth. The latest tally had Kinsler leading.
Be pretty impressive to have your whole infield go to the All-Star game.
It's a strike, and the count is 0-2. The Rays at this point have 3/4 of it. The Yankees in 0-2 had Giambi, Soriano, Jeter, and Ventura. Carlos out on strikes against the lefty. The Rays this year have Longoria, Bartlett, and Zobrist already gone.
That's a better slider there, better tilt to it. Great action down and away from Carlos. Tough pitch. Good execution right there.
Here's Ben Zobrist. One ball, no strikes. 1-1. A ball, 2 strikes.
Right on that one. Right on it. Ben knew it. Fouled it straight back. That was a nice home run swing right there. Just fouled it straight back. Little flat breaking ball right there that Ben just missed.
And he's out on strikes. So strikeout to Pena and Zobrist. 7 strikeouts for Zepchinski.
He's got 100 pitches now. There's no action in the Blue Jays bullpen. Cito Gas is not one of those managers that worries too much about pitch count. 101 pitches, 60 for strikes. But I would think with a young guy, he'll have people behind him soon. I don't think he'll let him go much past 110.
Matt Burrell takes a pitch wide. Two and nothing. Scott Kazmir scheduled to pitch tomorrow night against Brian Talent. 2 lefties square off. A pop foul back. Out of play it goes. 2-1. That's a 7:08 first pitch tomorrow. We'll be with you on Fox Sports Florida. And Thursday at noon at 12:08 first pitch. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Fox Sports Florida. Ground ball, shortstop. Scootero's long throw in time to get Burrell. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 7th through 6. 1-0 Rays.
Nothing. Don't forget, immediately after our ball game and after our Rays Live post-game show, it will be the debut of our Inside the Rays in the community. A chance to get behind the scenes and see all what the Rays players do when they're not on the playing field. Also, James Shields, in addition to throwing very well so far tonight, will be our fashion correspondent during the Rays on the Runway show, guys.
All right. Thank you very much. And Kevin, you're right. It was a very hard-hitting report.
I knew it was something very special.
Full of energy.
Yeah, well done.
And that's something you don't want to miss right after our game tonight. Here, a behind-the-scenes look at the Rays in the community. Wild Overbay, 1 strike to count to him. The 7th underway, and a little chopper. Zobrist with another nice play, going to his left, had to turn and made the little toss over to Pena. Zobrist has covered that right side of the infield from up the middle to far to his left.
Not an easy play. Watch Carlos Pena. I mean, he's going to go to his right and read that. Okay, whoop, I'll get back to first because Ben Zobrist has that hole covered. Nice play by Ben. Not an easy play. We're worried about the lip right there. That ball hit the grass, the turf, and the grass there. Ben picked it, did a 360, and threw him out. Nice play.
Erlen Wells takes it down and away.
Nice read by Carlos, too.
Yeah, that's the other part. That's a difficult decision for a first baseman to make.
It is, because Carlos was hugging the line a little bit. And, you know, Shields, of course, you make sure he gets over there. If you leave your position, that's a tougher play for the pitcher. James Shields running full bore over first base.
He's behind Wells.
No, just another reason why he should be an all-star.
That's right. This is the first 3-ball count Shields has had on a hitter tonight. It comes 1 out into the 7th.
And I'll tell you, he's so hot right now. He'll be swinging 3-0. Cito Gassi likes the guys to swing. If they get a good fastball to hit, he'll be jumping on it.
3 balls and a strike.
That's a good pitch. That's down and away. Might have let him swing, but you're not going to swing at that pitch. That's a good pitch by Shields. Good execution.
And he pops it up foul. That's going to carry out a play. Back full. Well, the former Ray, Sean Camp, is up in the bullpen.
You got Bartlett and Kapler. Up the righties. Bottom of the 7th for the Rays.
Ground ball deflected by Shields, and there will be no play. That got Shields. So he tried to make the play. That's a base hit for Wells.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that Ben Zobrist would have been there, but as a pitcher, it's your glove side, and hey, if you got a chance to spear it, go ahead. Ben would have been right there. But it's also a makeable play for Shields, and by deflecting it, it's have to be an infield hit, and it actually bit him a little bit.
It's going to be the 5th hit for Toronto tonight. Shields with a big grin on his face, says he's okay. To Wells, who's hit the ball toward the middle all 3 times, has an infield hit there. So a runner aboard with 1 out in the 7th. Alex Rios about to step in. He's popped out and grounded out. Pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Four strikeouts, no walks, 5 hits. Inside, 2-0. Shields with 87 pitches now. Fly ball center field. Upton with a lot of room out there, makes the catch. 2 away. With Wells at first and 2 outs, David DeLucci will come on. Rays have dropped 4 straight. They won the first 2 of the road trip from Toronto. Lost game 3 up there, and then 3 straight for the Texas Rangers. Their offense deserted them. They scored only 7 runs, being swept by Texas, which is the nature of offense.
You know, yeah, you go through it. I thought too. I mean, it was hot. I thought some of the guys looked a little lethargic at times. He kind of really took them out of their game. Not an excuse. I think it's just a fact.
DeLucci takes the pitch down. 1-0. Well, I know on the off day it was 108 there, and it was 100 degrees at game time in both the first two games.
It's 72 degrees here at the Trop, and I know Carl Spaney said it was tough. I talked to him that last Saturday game before the game. He said it was tough. He stayed in the room, put the air conditioner at about 60 and just stayed in until he had to go to the ballpark.
Our producer Kevin Patterson, during his daily round of golf, he plays every day, and he said the off day 108, it wasn't bad.
See, I like the heat myself. So I was at the pool for a little while. In the water.
It's fouled back and out of play. 2-1. A 2-1 count. This one is down. 3 balls and a strike.
DeLucci's struck out on a changeup in the second inning, struck out on a fastball up in the 5th inning. You've seen both ends of it, the high fastball and the changeup down.
3-1 now to DeLucci. And a little low for ball 4, the first walk given up. And Shields asking James Hoy about the location, if it was down or what, and he said yes, it was down.
He had the plate. James Hoy says it crossed the plate below the knees of David DeLucci.
Infield hit, a walk, 2 men on, 2 men out for Rod Barajas, the Toronto catcher. Well, here's the guy who swings hard. Homered his last time up in Toronto against Shields. Came out, had the 11 pitch at bat in the 3rd. Shields got him on a ground ball in the 3rd. Got him on a comebacker in the 5th. So the Rays talk it over a little bit before they work to him here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, a little conference on the signs too. That's why Bartlett came in from shortstop, just to make sure what signs they're going to use now with a runner at second base. And also, you know, Barajas is a guy, you don't want to throw him a cookie here. He expands his own zone.
First pitch, a high popper, right side foul. Pena over near the stands, but it's going to be out of play. Well, Carlos hustling over there, just no chance. And it's strike 1. Rays do have action in the bullpen. There's some interesting angles with the right-hander Chad Bradford and the lefty Randy Choate down there. They'll give you something special to look at if you're at the plate.
Looking in the mirror.
Foul ball.
Now, 2 pitches, both pitches were balls, and Barajas chased them both, and that's what he does. That's what I say. You don't have to throw him a cookie, meaning a ball over the heart of the plate. Just really expand the zone here now that you're ahead. If he's just looking and hoping for a mistake, and if he does, he's dangerous. He gets one.
0-2. Up and away.
Well, that was far enough away.
Yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you could see Shields really trying to guide it and make sure he didn't throw a mistake, and instead he falls off the mound and carries the ball with him so far outside that it's not effective. Wow, so come right at me. We're going to drive through your target.
2-2 now. And a fly ball into left. Crawford there waiting. He's got it to retire the side. 2 men left. 7th inning stretch. 1-0 Rays. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Santa holding steady in his own way. Bottom of the 7th coming with the Rays leading 1-0. They have seen the last of Zepchinski tonight. The 23-year-old lefty gives way to Sean Camp. Jason Bartlett leads it off, waves and misses. On a sinker slider combination for Camp. Rays got a run off the lefty in 6 innings. The ground ball shortstop. Scudero scoops and a high throw. Bartlett is out. Overbay got him with a tag on the shoulder. Bill Welke was there to make the call.
And no argument here. Scudero takes his time and throws it high. Overbay tags him on the right shoulder. Let's take another look. Jason count. Yeah, I got him on the helmet first. It's a good call.
Gabe Gross pinch hitting for Gabe Kapler. Slow. Only run came for the Rays in the 4th on the bases loaded walk to Kapler, and now Gross hits in his place. Lifts a fly ball to center. 2 gone. So the base is empty. Deanna Navarro is on his way to the plate. Navarro doubled in the 3rd. Going to give 1 for 2 tonight. low. Zipchinski made 105 pitches, gave up a run, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And there's a line to first, caught by Overbay, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3. We're going to head into the 8th. 1-0 Tampa Bay. For men hair color. Look into the Rays bullpen. Grant Balfour with 10. Dan Wheeler with 9, leading the bullpen in holds. Just as middle relievers keep their teams in the game, you too can stay in the game with Just for Men hair color. Tonight for the Rays, it has been all James Shields for 7 innings. 98 pitches. Bradford and Choate back up in the bullpen. Marco Scutaro takes the first pitch, and that's a strike to start the 8th. Gabe Gross stays on to play right field. He replaces Kapler. One and one to count.
4th time around the lineup now for the Jays. Marco Scutaro leading off. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Plenty of help in the bullpen behind James Shields.
That's down. Well, Shields made 21 pitches in the 7th. That's his high pitch count inning tonight. And then Camp retired the Rays on just 6 pitches in the bottom of the 7th. So Shields is right back out here to start the 8th and has gone 2-2 to Scutaro.
Yeah, he's over 100 pitches, and he's gone anywhere from 108 to 107 to 106, 102 this year. So he's getting close to where Joe Madden feels is limited as far as pitch count.
And a base hit into right field. Gross with the pickup, and Scutaro is aboard. So that's the 6th hit of the night allowed by Shields. Leadoff single. Second time tonight the Blue Jays have put the leadoff man on base. Scutaro has been that leadoff man both times. He opened the game with a single. Now has opened the 8th with a single. Aaron Hill shoots one toward the left field corner. Foul. Foul by 1.5 feet or so. Strike 1.
Yeah, Hill got a pitch up and in, and he just missed a double by about 3 feet. Skips over the wall and into if it stands, but he squared that up pretty good.
0-1 the count. And a line drive over the head of Bartlett into left center. Crawford with a pickup. Throw's going to go back to second as Scudero moves into third. And the Blue Jays with a first and third, nobody out situation here in the 8th inning. Joe Madden comes out of the dugout. 105 pitches on the night. Adam Lind and his left-handed bat is due up. So the Rays will make a call to the bullpen. This one brought to you by Metro PCS. Unlimit yourself. Four and gives way to Randy Choate, who inherits the 2 men on. They are accountable to Shields.
Look at this right here, Randy Choate, $130 opponent's batting average against. 1.29 earned run average in 20 games.
And he faces Adam Lind, who is 1 for 3. That's a fly ball short center. Upton with the catch. Scudero with the tag, but he's going to hang on. And they'll be runners at first and third still. So Choate comes on. He gets the out on the fly ball to short center. Madden has Bradford, and he also has J.P. Howell up here as he's going to match up right down the line here with the Blue Jay lineup in the 8th. So we'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment.
How does he do that? Can you imagine Jeff Neiman, 6'9", throwing an underhand like that, submarine?
There you go.
Reaching way out. The ball's right on top of you.
Neiman's right out there with him.
Yeah. Right
down to the point of emulating his delivery. Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland came into the game with this 23-game hitting streak, 0 for 3 tonight. The hottest guy going right now, and he takes a strike from Chad Bradford.
Well, that was a good pitch because it hit the inside corner. Would have tied Scott up. Scott just took it for strike one here. Bradford's numbers in 4 games, 3.86 earned run average, only 2 1/3 innings pitched.
And a big ground ball guy. And a little looper into center for a base hit. Scudero is going to score, and the game is tied. Hill goes to second as Rowland advances his hitting streak to 24 games, and he drives in the tying run.
Ball got up a little bit. Bradford, see that ball's up and out over the plate. Normally when he's on, he gets that ball down. Nice use of the legs though by Scott Rowland to go get through the ball and make sure he got it in the air and off the ground.
So Overbay, the left-handed bat, is due, and another call to the bullpen. We'll be back in a moment. J.P. Howell is the 4th Rays pitcher. He faces Lyle Overbay. Ben at first and second with 1 out. J.P.'s pitch is upstairs. 1-0. Scudero started with a base hit. Then Hill followed with a single, chasing Scudero over to third. And that's when the parade to the bullpen began.
All-star numbers you just looked at right there from J.P. Howell. He's had a great first half. You can't blame James Shields either, right? You know, you see the frustration because he's not getting any run support. I mean, it's not like he pitched against the Blue Jays ace tonight either.
Ground ball foul. 1-1. Speaking of that, the Rays are to see Halladay on Thursday afternoon, and there were reports today that J.P. Ricciardi, the GM of the Blue Jays, said that they will entertain conversation about Halladay from other clubs. He said they're not looking to trade him. Doesn't mean they're going to trade him, but they will listen. There's a strike, and the count is 1-2.
Well, along those lines, I heard rumblings today that the Phillies engaged in some talks about Roy Halladay. We could certainly understand why. He's got another year in his contract. But
Halladay 10-2 right now.
He's one of the top 3 pitchers for me in baseball.
Turn, what are doing back there?
And the Rays were able to get him in Toronto. That was impressive. That was Jeff Neiman's game.
One-two, fouled away.
Pretty big swing by Overbay on that breaking ball. He was expecting that one.
In the series in Texas. Ground ball outside of first, foul. So the last appearance for J.P. Howell was the 1 inning a week ago in that Tuesday game against the Blue Jays when he posted his 6th save of the year. Again.
Overbay's fighting some tough pitches off. That was a good pitch in Lowell.
It up, short left, Bartlett out. It's going to be an infield pop. 2 outs. And now Vernon Wells. Wells has hit the ball through the middle a couple of times, hit it up the middle all 3 times. Got a base hit deflection off Shields in the 7th. Hit one up the middle in the 1st and just beat the play as Zobrist made a backhand pickup and throw, and then almost an identical effort in the 4th, and Zobrist threw him out. And that's his first pitch strike.
It's a situation too where Cito Gasson has talked to Vernon Wells about runners in scoring position. Don't change your approach. Vernon, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically by his own admission, has put more pressure on himself, change his approach with runners in scoring position. Cito's philosophy is you don't change anything. Do the same thing you do with nobody on.
Base hit up the middle. It'll be charged by Upton. Hill's going to try to score the throw. He is out at the plate. B.J. Upton guns down Aaron Hill. Navarro slapped the tag on him and kept it on him to retire the side. What a play by Upton. This game is tied 1-1. To end the top of the 8th.
Well, Vernon Wells did exactly what Cito said. Do what you've been doing nobody on, and that's exactly what Wells' swing was. But look at this throw by BJ, and that's a nice job staying right with it by Deanna Navarro on a strike throw by BJ Upton to nail Aaron Hill. Good call, great throw, and a nice job by Navarro to stay right there and make sure he got the ball and make the tag.
And here's Upton going after the first pitch and hitting a soft little looping liner that Scudero makes the catch on. So the bottom of the 8th is underway.
The honor stayed right in there. That was a nice job by Navarro, too. Both ends on that defensive play. You know, the good thing is it saves the game for the Rays to keep it at 1-1, but it also at least gets James Shields off the hook for a no decision.
Yeah, through 7+ innings, gave up a run, 7 hits, 105 pitches. And we're tied here in the bottom of the 8th as Carl Crawford lifts the fly ball towards center. Vernon Wells is there and makes the catch. So 2 quick outs in the 8th. Sean Camp retired the Rays 1, 2, 3 on 6 pitches in the 7th. Evan Longoria is going to be the hitter. Immediately following our game tonight, Rays Live the post game. Following that, inside the Rays in the community. What a quality programming in store tonight. Evan Longoria takes a strike. One and one.
Pretty much forced to take a strike because 2 pitches, 2 outs. Upton and Crawford, that's unlike the Rays to swing at the first pitch, especially the top of the order.
1 ball, 2 strikes now. Yeah, BJ had 3-2 counts tonight.
Well, the thinking is too, sometimes you say, okay, I've gone 3-2. The opposition knows that I might get a nice pitch to hit right down the middle, just trying to get ahead of me, and I'm going to try to drive it.
1 and 2.
Didn't happen for him.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Rays scored a run in the 4th. Toronto got a run in the 8th. On deck, Carlos Pena. And a pop fly, short center. Wells makes the call and the catch. And we'll go into the 9th through 8, tied 1-1. Howell, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Rios tonight has popped out, grounded out. Last time up, he had a fly ball to center. Lines it foul. 0-2. Dave DeLucci is scheduled to hit next, but Jose Bautista already has moved into the on-deck circle. And there's strike 3 call to Rios. Rios looks at a call, third strike. Every Sunday is Family Fun Day presented by the St. Petersburg Times. You get a ticket, Pepsi product, and a snack starting at just $18. Come out Sunday the 12th. The Rays take on the A's, and the first 10,000 kids 14 and under receive a Carl Crawford bobblehead presented by Tobacco Free Florida. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets. Ground ball, and that's going to skip past the diving Longoria. A pinch hit single for Bautista. That'll be hit number 10 tonight for Toronto. So a runner at first with one out.
I think we know what Barajas is looking to do here. He's going to let it fly. He's going to swing hard.
Well, I'll tell you, and here's the matchup. He is 3 out of 5 with 2 home runs against JP.
Yeah, this is he's going to let it fly. I guarantee you that.
Pitch is outside.
Wow.
Very close.
Take a look. JP Howe. Now that had some paint and tailing action. Brings it back a little bit. Boy, that was very close. Two-seam action faded away.
There's a strike. 1-1.
Barajas sitting on a breaking ball. Takes 2 fastballs.
Over to first. Bautista's back in. .40 runs batted in for Barajas with 8 home runs this year. And he starts to go on a pitch that is up a bit. 2-1. Pitcher number 4 of the evening. And another toss to first on Bautista.
Bautista does have 3 stolen bases, has not been caught. He's had 47 stolen bases overall, the 9th in the league.
They've only been caught 12 times. They've been pretty judicious about it. And a pop-up right side. Pena and Zobrist after it. Going to be Pena backpedaling to make the catch. 2 gone.
Yeah, you're right. Their main base stealers are Rios. He's got 13, and Vernon Wells. He's got 13. These guys combined have only been caught 4 times. That's a big out right there for JP Howell. Big swing at Barajas.
And now it's Scutaro. Scutaro 2 for 4 tonight. He led off the 8th with a base hit against Shields and eventually scored the tying run. And there's a first pitch strike. Everything looks the same from Hal, and he's got great late movement. That fastball might be 84, 85, maybe 86, but he gets movement.
And he can run that fastball off the inside corner and tail back over the black of home plate and get the hitters to back up on it and think it's going to be a ball. That's how he got Rios to start the inning. Struck him out looking.
And again, a move to first on Bautista, who's back in. Rays trying to hold the Blue Jays here in the top of the 9th. Hal makes sure that he keeps an eye on Bautista.
I think Bautista would like to run here. It makes sense. Get him in a scoring position with 2 outs.
And another strike. 0-2.
Hal doing a good job just paying enough attention over there to make it uneasy for Bautista to try to steal.
So with 2 strikes, time called. Bautista off the bag. Widens the lead. There he goes. And the pitch is bounce foul. So with 2 strikes, they had him on the move.
Yeah, and he should be. I mean, that's a good call by Cito. Bautista checking the signs once again. You got to pick your spots. And he guessed right.
Now, there's another 0-2 pitch. And a ground ball to third. Scooped by Longoria. Throw to first in time. Retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th, tied 1-1.
And during BP as they try and get Carlos to be the 33rd player in the All-Star game. Dwayne, don't forget also, there's not been a game this year at Tropicana Field without at least one home run. Back to you.
Having said that, Carlos Pena will open the bottom of the 9th inning, facing Sean Camp, against whom he is 4-4 lifetime. Pena tonight 0 for 2. He walked and scored the Rays run in the 4th. And the pitch swung on and a ground ball to second. Scudero out of the shift will throw him out. And Pena is the 7th man in a row retired by Camp, who's had 2 very quick innings. Bautista stays on to play left after hitting for DeLucci.
That's one thing about Cito Gas, and if it works, it don't fix it. It's not about just one inning here, one inning there for relievers. If he's doing the job, he's back out there.
The longest outing Camp has had this year was 5 innings. Zobrist takes a pitch down.
Cito's brought a lot of the old school back again. He was managing, of course, for the Blue Jays back in the back-to-back championship years. Asked him about on-base percentage and all that, and he said, well, I want the guys to swing the bat. Unless you're a power team, on-base percentage is fine, but then it might take three hits to score a run.
And ball 3 to Zobrist. 3-0.
And interesting, there's nobody up in the Jays bullpen.
And ball 4. Zobrist draws the walk. So the first base runner allowed by Camp is the walk here to get Pat Burrell to the plate. One on with one out. Burrell 0 for 2 after walking in the 2nd inning. He won a ride back in the 4th, but just a couple steps short of the wall. The pitch is a strike, catching the corner. Pat with just 2 lifetime at bats against Camp, 0 for 2. And a ground ball foul outside of 3rd. 2 strikes. Mark Zepchinski worked 6 innings tonight. Gave up a run, just 2 hits, 3 walks, struck out 7, made 105 pitches. James Shields, the Rays starter, worked 7+, made 105 pitches. Gave up a run on 7 hits, struck out 4, and walked 1. Camp 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You'd like to get that count, I think, to 2-2 at least, and maybe get Zobrist in motion on a 2-2 count, because Camp wants the ground ball. He's throwing those sinkers.
2-2 delivery and a foul ball. Burrell took a big cut.
Yeah, he had a game-winning home run cut right there. He got a pretty good pitch to hit, too. Get through that low ball right there.
Zobrist over at first with the walk. The 1-2 blown away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Camp in his 3rd inning of work. We mentioned his longest 5. He's worked at least 2 innings in 9 of his 28 appearances. Now 10 of 29. Over to first. Zobrist back in. And you saw a glimpse there of Jason Bartlett on deck. Jason is 5 out of 9 lifetime against Camp.
There's a key pitch right here in this game, because if he goes 3-2, Ben will definitely be in motion.
Again, a move to first, and Zobrist is back in.
I mean, that's good thinking, though, by Camp, because 2-2 is a good running count. If you're going to throw a sinker for a strike here, you got to think the opposition's thinking the same way. And, hey, he might be running here. So I want to make it happen here. I don't want to go 3-2 to Pat Burrell.
Two and two the count. And a foul ball back on a fastball. Holds the count at 2-2.
And that was the threat of a possible running, that he got a good pitch like that to hit in that count. And get the ball quicker to the plate. He wanted to make sure, like I said, it happens 2-2. He didn't want to throw a ball. That ball's just a normal fastball right there. Good swing by Pat.
Again, the 2-2. And a looping liner into right's going to be caught by Rios. Still back to first as Zobrist is back in. So that will be out number 2 with Zobrist at first base. And Jason Bartlett will be the hitter.
Some pretty good swings by Pat Burrell in that at bat. He's got to keep swinging. He's getting some pitches. And when he's on, he'll square some of those up. That's pretty good at bat going the other way there on that last pitch.
Bartlett 0 for 2 tonight with a walk.
That outfield is deep for Toronto. They're playing no doubles.
Bartlett takes an opening fastball. That's in for a strike.
Batista way out there in left field. Vern Wells way past the sunburst out there in center. Ray. No double defense right here.
And a shot foul back at third. There's Roland guarding the line back there. 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is typical old school no double defense. Infielders, corners guarding the lines. The outfielders making sure nothing's over their head. And, you know, for obvious reasons, this is the game right here. Bartlett hits one in a gap or hits one deep. They're going to try to make the Rays have 2 hits to beat them, not one.
Brandon League, the righty, and Jesse Carlson, the lefty. Slider is wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Over to first. Zobrist back in again. Rays trying to scratch out some offense. This game tied 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Bartlett strikes out to retire the side. So we're through 9. We go to the 10th, tied 1-1. Florida. Tobacco-free Florida wants you to be tobacco-free. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com for more information. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Back at Tropicana Field, the Rays and the Jays go into extra innings as we go to the 10th. The game tied 1-1. Dan Wheeler is the new pitcher for the Rays. Their 5th of the night. He'll face Aaron Hill to lead it off. The Blue Jays have Hill, Lind, and Roland due up.
Yeah, tough duty here for Dan Wheeler. He's been in 34 games. ERA is down to 3.45.
And the first pitch is a strike to Hill. Hill 2 for 4. Average up to 297. And a high fly ball into right field. Gabe Gross back to the track for it, makes the catch. That is out number 1. Now it will be the designated hitter, Adam Lind. Lind doubled back in the 3rd. His 26th double of the year. He's having a breakout season for the Blue Jays. Fouls the fastball back. Strike 1.
That big swing right there. You know what Lind was trying to do. Got 18 home runs.
He's in the top 10 in slugging percentage as well as runs batted in.
The Rays playing no doubles also. They're playing deep.
Ground ball second base. Zobrist with a pickup. 2 gone. Zobrist to Pena. Fly ball and a ground ball.
That's a nice pitch right there down. Boy, that's tough to get through. Keep that ball down there. Those power hitters stay on the ground.
And now Scott Rowland. Rowland drove in the run in the 8th to extend his hitting streak to 24. 1 for 4 tonight. Pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Wheeler worked the final inning of the game Sunday in Arlington. There's a strike. 1-1. Blue Jays tied it in the 8th. Upstairs, game now in the 10th. The Rays 1-2 in extra inning games, and the Blue Jays 4-6. And a fly ball lifted towards center. Upton is there waiting. He's got it, and it's a 1-2-3 10th. Bottom of the inning coming, a 1-1 game.
on Sun Sports. Dwayne?
We'll have the post game immediately following the coverage of our game here tonight, followed by Inside the Rays. Gabe Gross will open the bottom of the 10th inning. Brandon League is the new pitcher for Toronto. League takes the pitch for a strike. Off speed from League to start Gross.
36 games for Brandon, 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, almost a strikeout an inning. Big time sinker on that first pitch.
And he checked in time that time. 1-1. League worked 2/3 of an inning in the game against New York yesterday. 2 balls and a strike. Gave up a hit and picked up a couple strikeouts. Sean Camp did a nice job. He worked 3 scoreless innings. Picked up a strikeout. Gave up a walk, and that was it. There's a line shot into center field for a base hit. Gross will make the turn and hang on there. And the Rays pick up their first hit since the 4th. A leadoff single by Gross.
Yeah, it's been a while. This sounded good off the bat. Look at that fastball, pretty much up and out over the plate. Nice short compact swing to get through that one. Find a hole out there where nobody's at. Base hit to center.
So now Gross is at first. Deanna Navarro will be the hitter. Scott Rowland already in at third.
A definite sack bunt situation.
And Navarro takes the pitch down. And by the time Deanna gets around there, Rowland could almost shake hands with him.
Yeah, you've got to try to make the first baseman field the ball, which is Lyle Overbay. I mean, that's what you've got to do. 1-0 count. Especially the first strike, you really got to try to exaggerate, make sure you get it to Overbay, not to Rowland.
And the pitch is inside. That time he pulled the bat back. 2-0.
Well, see, I don't think that's bad strategy because, you know, they're thinking bunt 100%, and that might be the best fastball you get to square one up and hit one through the hole. And if they're and top you anyway, I mean, you're not only going to get a lead out at second base, you might get a double play out of it defensively. So that's the thinking by Joe Madden. I like that. Now you don't know what they're going to do. I mean, he might go back to bunt. He might have a free swing here.
A step back.
That's what that was for. The step off is just to see if Deanna Navarro would give it away. They're not worried about Gross running. They wanted to see if Navarro would square around. That's why you had the quick step off there. That came from the bench to Barajas.
And the bunt's popped up. Gross back in at first. So Navarro pops up the bunt attempt caught by League.
League should have dropped the ball. That would have been a sure double play because Navarro didn't run. It's one of those balls you let fall. You work on that in spring training. Ball in the air. Navarro's not running. Brandon League should just drop the ball. Let it land. But instead he takes a sure out. He would have had a double play out of it easily.
So Gross remains at first. Really, the Rays get a break there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's B.J. Upton. Now Upton bunts and pops it up foul back over the screen. Strike one.
Well, Rowland's back trying to take a base hit or a double away, so DJ recognized that, and that brings Scott Rowland about even with the bag at third. There's the bag, just about even, because now with one strike you can't take for granted that BJ won't do it again. I doubt that he will, but at least that brought Scott rolling in, and now Scott will kind of inch his way back, and he did. He's going back now.
Pitch down and away. It's 1-1.
But if you got it down first pitch, it's a base hit. First and second, so it's not a bad thought. I mean, you're thinking double all the way, right? Got to hit a double or home run. BJ's had a little tough time tonight, so he's trying to get a man over and a base hit at the same time.
And he pops it into short right. Rios will come in for this one and make the catch. So after the leadoff single here by Gross, 2 outs. Gross still at first, and Carl Crawford will bat. Well, Crawford 0 for 4 tonight. He came in with that hitting streak at 13, matching the number on his back.
He's got plenty of extra base power. We've seen that.
And the pitch down and in, backhanded, and saved by Barajas.
Yeah, it's a nice play by Rob Barajas, backhanded. And if you go as far as you can to your right and you can't reach it, crossover and become a third baseman and backhand the ball, and that's what he did. That's a nice play. You actually teach that, or at least I did. You go as far as you can as a catcher and you still can't get in front of it, backhand it, become an infielder.
Crawford takes one wide. 2 balls, no strikes. Twice tonight, Carl has gone out to center field. The other 2 at bats, he's hit the ball on the ground to second. 2-0. And he takes a strike on the corner. Fastball away.
Yeah, that's not a pitch Carl can do a whole lot with. I mean, he's looking to drive the ball here. That ball's tailing action, paint. Depends on where across the plate with that view, tough to tell, but nonetheless, Barajas brought it in, so that tells me it's a little bit away.
2-1, and he fouls it the other way. Another fastball. The league's gotten it, has reached the mid-90s the last couple pitches.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gross takes off by surprise. He's done it before, and at worst Crawford leads off the bottom of the next inning.
There he goes, the 2-2, swing and a miss. Crawford missed the breaking ball, and that retires the side. No runs ahead, a man left. Through 10, tied 1-1. Tomorrow night on Fox Sports Florida for Game 2 of the series, beginning at 7 o'clock. Scott Kazmir will oppose Brian Talent in the middle game of the series. Lyle Overbay opens the 11th inning facing Dan Wheeler, and the pitch is a strike down around the knees. Wheeler worked the 10th inning. Shields, Choate, Bradford, Howell, and Wheeler for the Rays. It has been Zepchinski, Camp, and League for Toronto. That's away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Rays start this 6-game homestand with an extra inning game tonight. Rays scored their run in the 4th inning. Toronto scored in the 8th. It's low. 2 balls and a strike.
Tough one to lay off of right there by Lyle Overbay. That was a good take. It's a good sink to it.
The 2-1. Overbay fouls the fastball back. And squares it at 2-2. Vernon Wells will be next, followed by Alex Rios.
You got to bunch the outfielders and bunch the middle on Vernon Wells.
Yeah, really.
4 times in a row, right up the middle.
Foul the other way. Count holds at 2-2. Wheeler had an 8-pitch 10th inning. In fact, the inning he threw in the game Sunday, it was a 4-pitch 8th. And now full count here on Overbay. Retired in the 7th on a nice play by Zobrist. Ben's made a couple of those tonight. One on Overbay was to his left. Now 3-2. And a fly ball lifted into center field. Upton makes the catch. 3-2 fastball, and Overbay is out number 1.
Yeah, and he got it up on him too. That was a good pitch right there. Couldn't get full extension. Kind of changed the eyesight of the hitter. He's kind of locked in away, and this one was up a little bit. Ran, but had some good cut to it. But got it up.
Well, there's Vernon Wells, who is 3 for 4 tonight. 4 times he's hit the ball up the middle. And lifts the fly ball toward right center this time. Gross is there and makes the catch. 2 away.
And that one a little bit too high to get to for Vernon Wells. He was hoping that thing would break down into his over the plate for his swing. Wouldn't get extended.
So a couple fly balls here in the 11th. Alex Rios steps in. Pitch, fastball up. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike. 1-1.
Like Rios was taken all the way. Wanted to kind of read the release point of Dan Wheeler. Looked like he was going to hack at that pitch no matter where it was.
Now the 1-1. He fouls it back. Fastball. Rios trying to pull the trigger there. strikes the count. 2 ways off that one. Breaking pitch down and away. 2-2. He read breaking ball pretty early. Through the middle part of the order here in the 10th and the 11th innings. The 2-2 and a pop fly center field. Upton after this one. He's got it. 2 perfect innings for Wheeler in the 10th and the 11th. Longoria will open the bottom of the frame, tied 1-1.
And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Bottom of the 11th inning with the Rays sending Evan Longoria to the plate, leading off against Brandon League. And the first pitch he takes for a strike. League worked the 10th, gave up a leadoff single to Gabe Gross, but he was left on base. Wave and a miss. 0-2. Longoria 0 for 4. League ahead of him in the count. Pitch is low. 1-2.
I tell you one thing I know is he doesn't get many fastballs to hit anymore.
Yep.
The last few weeks, boy, it's all breaking stuff, sinking, diving.
And a ground ball chopped to the left side. Scudero up with it. Throw to first. And Evan is the first out here in the 11th. It's going to get Carlos Pena to the plate. Well, Pena's 0 for 3. He walked and scored the run for the Rays back in the 4th inning. You can vote for Carlos visiting RaysBaseball.com. He's one of 5 in that last man balloting. Probably get a few more votes if he parked one somewhere in the right field seats.
I think so.
Takes a pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes.
Carlos is usually very good at picking out a pitch that he can, at least one pitch before he gets to 2 strikes, that he can do just that, drive it out of the ballpark.
He is 1 for 2 lifetime against League, and that hit is a home run. Very wide. 2-0.
This is where he's good. He sits on a pitch. sit on one pitch and one zone right here.
This game still without a home run. And a ground ball to second, picked up again by Scudero. And out of the shift, that's the second straight time that he has been retired. And Scudero making the play.
Yeah, it was the pitch Carlos wanted, but it was down too much to get through.
So with 2 outs, couple ground balls, here's Ben Zobrist. And has one of the 3 Rays hits tonight. Which is a strike. He also walked in the 9th. Batting again in the 11th inning. And he went around on that one. 2 strikes the count. Have had 3 hits and 4 walks in this game. Navarro's double in the 3rd, base hit by Zobrist in the 4th, and a base hit by Gross in the 10th. We're tied 1-1 in the 11th. Two balls, 2 strikes.
A lot of splits, a lot of sinkers, everything moving.
Second inning for League. We got 3 innings out of camp, and League 2 outs into his second inning. 46-year-old right-hander. 2-2, and there's ball 3, pretty close. So the count is full.
Fastball right here. It was down. Had the plate, but it was down.
3-2, and there's ball 4. So a nice at bat. After getting down, Zobrist draws his second consecutive walk. So Pat Burrell will bat. Pat tonight 0 for 3. He walked his first time up. There goes Zobrist. Got a good jump. The throw is not in time. Zobrist steals second base. Boy, he didn't waste any time there. Got a very good jump. That's his 9th steal.
Yeah, he knew League had a bigger leg kick. Got nothing to lose. Does take a peek back just in case Burrow swings it. Quick release by Barajas, but he knew that Zobrist had a great jump, and the quick release didn't help him because he got nothing behind the ball. Couldn't even shuffle his feet.
So now Zobrist at second in scoring position. And a chopper foul down the third base side. Well, the Rays would take a chopper over an infielder's head.
Good. Yeah, they're playing back too. Scott Rowland, as far back as he's playing, that chopper might have got over his head. Might have been fair. The outfield now will take away the single. They're not playing double defense for obvious reason. They want to take away the single. They'll have a shot at throwing out Ben Zobrist in case Pat drops one in there for a base hit.
And there's a shot back into deep left center field. Gone! Rays win it on Pat Burrell's 4th home run of the year. The Rays win it in 11. It's a 3-1 final as Pat Burrell seats in left center field. And the Rays take game 1 of this series 3-1 in 11. With 2 outs, Zobrist walks, stole second, and Pat Burrell hits the home run.
He knew he got this one. Look at him go down and get it. Let that back leg down. Good pivot, good transfer. Went down and got a low fastball and drove it out to left center field for the game-winning home run. And they mentioned that Pat's been swinging the bat better. He just missed a couple of pitches tonight. Almost hit a home run, 3-run homer early in the game. And he's had some good at-bats.
And now there has been a home run hit in every game here at Tropicana Field. It's the game 1.